Raising Expectations is an academic-based youth development organization. We serve the schools that are based on the west side of Atlanta. Specifically, we're working in the Vine City, English Avenue, Washington Park communities and the students who live along the Simpson Road corridor. We recruit kids that are in 3rd through 7th grade, and they stay with us as they matriculate through high school. We provide up to 20 hours of academic, tutorial, and mentoring support, and we also have Saturday activities as well. The Vine City community has a tremendous amount of historical relevance. It's home to the MLK family home, the Michael Bond family home, also the Magnolia Ballroom. If you do your research on that, it's actually one of the first, how shall I say it, African-American clubs, so to speak, that was on this side of the city of Atlanta.
I'm from this neighborhood, so I kind of knew everything that I was going to see as far as the vacant homes, as far as what I'm going to see as far as people, adults, children, undomesticated animals, you know, like dogs, cats. Saw a lot of churches also, but
what I want people to know about children that live in communities like the communities we serve is that they actually do want to learn. They do want positive attention. They do want support. You just have to get through all the barriers that they naturally have up because they're trying to survive in a very tough environment.
But Advocacy in Urban Schools is actually a course that it involves and introduces students to the community aspect of teaching for the purposes of thoroughly inculcating what it means to become a change agent from a practical standpoint. It would have been the spring of 2010. That course, there was a young man in the course who had informed me about Raising Expectations because of his own involvement with RE, or Raising Expectations, as a tutoring program or a not-for-profit organization that had existed for the purposes of bettering or improving the academic lives of young people at Kennedy Middle School. So he suggested that for the future courses that I maybe think about or consider linking or partnering up with Raising Expectations in order to give the students an experience that would involve not only the critical aspects that we were able to cover from an ideological and conceptual perspective, but also make the experience more salient.
So the community walk is two purposes, actually. It's to make certain that our mentors that are working with us are A, culturally competent, as I've already mentioned, and then secondly, the students and the families understand that we are not just living and residing within this dwelling that we occupy during after-school hours, but we're interested in getting to know them, interested in getting to know the community, interested in getting to know the grandmama and thems, and the aunties and them, the moms and the dads that are out there in the neighborhoods. And so for our kids and for our families, they understand that we actually see them and we want to be able to build and develop a rapport with them. So the community walk serves a couple of different purposes outside of just informing the students that are coming from, near and far, students that are from the United States, those that are abroad, and making certain that they're properly introduced to the neighborhoods and the communities that we serve.
Going into the community and saying that you're not afraid to go into the community and shake hands with people and talk to people, regardless of their status in life or what circumstances they personally deal with, gives you, our organization, a level of respect in the community by its residents and the children.
The community walk was something that I found to be extremely beneficial because students had an opportunity to leave outside of the AUC and become more familiarized with a space that's less than a mile from the Atlanta University Center. And the students that they are going to be servicing or have service within RE or Raising Expectations are covering a variety of communities out of which that are adjacent to the Atlanta University Center.
They I'm expected to meet a lot of different people in the community, parents, kids, see the resources that are available in the neighborhoods, playgrounds, maybe community centers, and just decide to get out there and meet everyone.
The community was very open and inviting. Actually, the people were friendlier than people I probably see on a daily basis. They were very welcoming, inviting. They wanted the information. They want the best for their children.
One of the blocks that we had to go on, was just a lot of vacant housing. But one man in particular didn't have any children, but he was excited to show us where the children were and like what not to waste our time on our route, and like kind of point us into some apartments that had a lot of children. So it was really helpful. It was really beneficial. You can see that he actually cared about the kids in the community.
It's not as scary as people make it, or that there's this common bond between people. Like, if you just go up and talk to them, it's not. There's nothing to be scared of. I think everybody is human, and they deserve the same respect that everybody else needs, and that they still have the same needs. They still want their children to do well, and they still want to see their kids succeed better than what they have. So
it's just deepened my dedication to serving my people, who are a reflection of me. So if my people are not okay, then ultimately, no matter what I do, we're not going to be okay.
I guess it gets really real in a very small proximity for kids. So I'm glad we're out here taking the initiative to bring some of these kids out into the program.